So thanks very much, everybody, for joining me this morning. You would have seen from what I popped on Show My Homework and when I scheduled this meeting that what I thought we'd do for a change now is I've got a whole bunch of revision questions of the stuff we did in that opening term when we really did a lot of topics in that opening term. So, and as it's further away, I think that's it's another good idea to focus upon those topics. Now, I appreciate about a week or so ago, I got you to read the Michaelmas test or revision questions for the Michaelmas test. So we have looked at some of these already, but I just thought it would be, and it's nice to mix it up a bit. So I've done a whole bunch of questions on Dr. Frost. I've done 40 questions there. Just to make it clear, I absolutely do not expect you to get all of those done today. Of course I don't. Okay. Now I put in a lot of questions because on Thursday morning, I am in school with my tutor group. So the lesson will not be live on Thursday morning. Okay. I will remind you of this through Show My Homework and on Teams, but so you don't bother turning in for a live lesson on Thursday because there won't be one. So what you just need to do then is just carry on working through the Dr. Frost questions as best you can. If there's some you can't do, don't worry, you can just skip them. I've set it up in Dr. Frost that you as a homework rather than an assignment. So that means you can have 2 bites of the cherry as you're going through. So 2 goes to try and get the answer right as you're going. But also, once you've tried all 40 questions, you can then go back and revisit any of the ones earlier on as many times as you like. Okay, so don't worry if you're getting some wrong and you've used your 2 goes. Just once you get all the way through to the end, it will all open up and you can go back and change any of your answers that you want. Okay, now clearly we will go through all of these. So I'm thinking probably on Monday's lesson, we will, I mean, it doesn't matter if you haven't finished, but Monday's lesson, we would go through the 40 questions. I'm just writing that in my diary now so I don't forget. Okay. So obviously for about 4 of you, you didn't seem to have logged into Dr. Frost yet. So that is the key bit for today. So the 4 of you who that applies to, I emailed you this morning. So just make sure you can get onto Dr. Frost. I would suggest it'd be quite nice if those 4 can just try and rattle through those that first Dr. Frost thing I set best back last Wednesday, I think. There's about 4 or 5 just quite simple algebra questions. So if you could get those done, that would be great.
What's that one called?
That was called basic algebra, something like that.
Okay.
Okay, if it's not there, Dan, let me know and I can to double check if I remember to. It's not the end of the world, Dan. If you as long as you can log in and you can start making a crack on these 40, it's not the end of the world. But I think you should all of you should only have access to 2 things. I've only set 2 things for first form, I think, a basic algebra and then these 40 questions today that I've called like Michaelmas revision or something like that. So you will find so the questions look like this. Let me just whoops, just find it. So the questions should look like this. I was just checking that I'm able to write on my screen here in Word, which I can. Okay, so I just want you to work through those 40 questions. As I said, just skip any you can't do. If you want to go and download it, you can do. That's available to download from where you would normally upload your work to on Teams, where I leave the comments. But the reason I was a couple of minutes late for the meeting this morning, I've just gone and set it up in post. So if you just go and have a look at the most recent post, you'll see that if you want to download these 40 questions just so you can be writing on a sheet, you can actually download the worksheet. So that's up to you. If you don't want to download the worksheet and you just want to do workings in your orange book, that's fine. Because at the end of the day, as you know, the beauty of Dr. Frost is that you can upload your answers straight away and I can, I can see how you're getting on. So I think this is terrific that we can do this in Dr. Frost. So I'm just going to leave you to get on with those. So just start at the beginning. If just work through any you can't do, don't worry, we will be going through them. So anyone got any questions? Nope. Okay, guys, then I'm just going to go and leave you guys to be getting on with. Dan, did you think you've been able to get into Dr. Frost all right?
Yeah, I can get into it just
Yeah,
fine.
lovely, super, super. And then let me just see anyone else who's in the meeting. No, I think everybody else who's presently in the meeting, you guys are all nicely already in it already. Okay, guys. So I will be any queries. Just give me a quick note. I will be keeping an eye on all your answers on Dr. Frost. All right. So if you're getting some wrong, I'll try and give you some feedback straight away. So good luck. Off you go.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.